I've been stressing lately. Not nothing y'all can help me with. Stressing, stressing about energy. Most people stress about girlfriends and boyfriends and money and stuff like that. I stress about where my energy is being donated to. Not in no major way, just in a way of trying to understand it. And like me, I see good and bad in both dark and light. And very, very high vibrational people in the dark. Very high vibrational people. Probably high as me. But it's like I'm trying to give my energy. When I give my energy out, it prevails a certain side. But right now, there's a spiritual war going on. And right now, I'm fighting with my Father God. I'm only on one side. I'm only on God's side right now. And the good energy these individuals get off of my energy. I know y'all looking at it like, well, you single, you should do this. You single, you should do this. We part of the same tree, you should do this. Help us out. Now you're being greedy and not understanding because you're forgetting about the fact that there's a spiritual war. With that being said, God purposely told me, regardless of what, just utilize this one jacket because it started stressing me. Going from jacket to jacket. First and foremost, I'm not a cheater. Secondly, I always been a one-woman man. Like I said, unless I had friends with benefits, which was very rare and I was young. Otherwise, I stayed to myself. And the reason for that is I see the power in giving your energy to God. I fell in love with God when most people just love God and can barely show love to God. I fell in love with God because I started seeing, like I said, when the enemy or when the physical plane or when the dark give you a blessing, normally you can feel it, it's tangible, you can see it, observe it, and everybody love you for it. But when God give me blissfulness, he don't give me blessing, he give me blissfulness. When God give me blissfulness, now I can feel it, but I used to didn't even notice it. Now I can feel it, but I used to didn't even notice it. So we in the spiritual realm, and I'm talking to my father, and I was like, these women been fairly decent to me. They falling off left to right. I'm already down to one woman, Father. I don't know what to do. There's other women, and the Father give me this look like, you think there's other women. This is a spiritual war, okay? Light against night. It need to be balanced. Well, evil against good. So if it's a spiritual war that's evil against good, then you want to try your best. If you are of the light, you want to try to elevate. How can you elevate if you are of the light? You are a decent person in the light, in the dark, and you are pretty good in the dark. But let's say you do want to elevate to the light. How do you do that? You got to elevate. You got to really love God. You got to really pray. You have to really meditate, and you have to really apply it to yourself. And when I started elevating this way with God, I started noticing it's not that many people up here. So I'm telling God, I said, God, I don't know what to do. God said, listen. He knew it was stressing. I went days, I went weeks begging God, please tell me what to do. Because I'm in love with God. I'm not in love with these individuals that I'm utilizing their jacket. I love these individuals, but I never met these individuals. I never met these individuals in the physical. And I'm not a foolish individual. So why would I fall in love with someone that I never met in the physical? I keep my love and I keep my balance with God. So I'm getting on God's nerves at this point. What do I do, God? Because I know that it's the last jacket that we've been utilizing. We've been utilizing this jacket for 2 to 3 years. I'm tired. I know she tired, Not in no bad way, but, in a healthy, respectful way. How much longer, God? Then I realized, or God told me, he said, listen, and I'm not tired of utilizing the jacket. I'm tired, I'm feeling like I'm disturbing her. I feel like, I know she want to go on, live, and she probably already doing that. And I'm the kind of person, now listen to what I'm saying, go back to the beginning. I'm the kind of person, I'm not a cheater. Even though them women belong to me, this is the physical. If they married, I don't want to be tapping into their energy. And God itself told me, you utilize this jacket, until we done with this mission, no matter what. I varied off a couple of times, which made me feel real bad inside. And when I did, I realized that I met some, it was truly high vibrational people, but they were still of the dark, but not in no bad way. It's like they grandpa or something might be the Reaper or something. And I told y'all I gotta use it like this. Like my grandpa's is Ra and Anubis, or Ra and the Reaper, however y'all wanna call it. Well, this is how I utilize, this is my, this is the way I determine energy, y'all. It's easier for me because I ain't went to school for all this stuff like that. I actually had to walk through it. So these people might, be the Reaper kids. So they don't know, even though they're elevating high, or they might be just grouped up with somebody that is dominant in the dark realm. And whether they're good or not, what they don't understand is that they chose a side. They chose a side. They might be good people, but they chose the side. Now, how do I make this more simpler where you can see it? Well, like when I work. If I work for a company, but I knew the company was truly dark, but the company is a legal, legit company. Nothing wrong with me working with the company, but I know the company is a dark company and I'm working with this company. So I'm trying to say this where y'all don't go out there, I'm finna quit my job. Don't do all that. Don't do all that. This is my issue. This is my problem. This is something I'm venting about. This is my elevation. This is where my frequency at. So it was a relief when God told me just to utilize that energy. And when I veered away, I started realizing then the spiritual war that's going on. And even though the good energy was there, the love was there, it was like this. Let's say me and this jacket, we've been working real hard together in the spiritual. We are of the light. When I gave that energy to the other individual instead of the typical individual that I've been giving it to, immediately I could see the dark rays. Like I said, this don't mean they bad people. It just means that they done became susceptible, or they done submitted to certain ways of life that's still not of Christ. It's still not of God. That's why I would never ask nobody to change their life to that degree, because when I changed it, everything changed in my life. And to the outside, it would seem devastating. But if I can rewind the hands of time, I'd have did it over and over and over and over again for God. Because like I said, when God blessed me, it's blissfulness. And I didn't notice it at first. I didn't notice it. And still to this day, I have to have patience of a shepherd because I can walk away from it before I actually get it. Because I failed to be patient while getting it. This is deep, right? This is why I don't talk to y'all like this. This is my level. This is why I have to get beside myself, check myself, get beside myself, remodify myself, get beside myself, reform myself. Because who else out there is gonna tell me exactly how I'm supposed to be when it comes down to God? I was just listening to a message a while ago. It said, I know these messages not for me. They keep swapping my network up. And I know they're swapping it up with my other half, with the other one, the opposite. But it was still a decent message. He said, don't give up. Keep working, keep going. No matter what, because you got to show people that times is changing and it's finna be a big shift. And those who are really on God's side, he was saying some powerful stuff like that. Well, I know how I know that ain't my message is because by now people already should know. I ain't even got no intentions in giving up on my father. I mean, I done lost everything willingly. You think you took my child and got away with it? Yeah, right. You think you took my life and got away with it? Yeah, right. The same energy that I put into God and the same energy that I put into striving to be a better me and that y'all see today that elevated y'all, look how many people out there doing the stir today. The same energy and the same usefulness, the same striving, trials and tribulations and work that I put into myself. Back in my days, I would put all that energy into those who attack me. So believe me when I tell you, you didn't get away with nothing. You didn't get away with nothing. You didn't get away with nothing. Just off of something as simple as you trying to humiliate me, I would have flew across the world. No. I gave up everything to do this for my father. It was one time in a lifetime, and I always been having this conversation with the divine, because I was always questioning my faith in God. And I would say it in the inside of me. I could say I love God. Everybody say, you love God, you preach about God, you good about talking about God. But I would always say deeply inside of me, do I love God? I really don't know if I love God. And I ain't gonna know if I love God unless something dramatic happens and put me on the front to where I really gotta choose God. And the most blissfulest moment in my life was the moment I lost my child and I lost my life. That was the most blissful moment in my life, because when God came to me, when that guardian angel came to me and told me what was gonna happen before it happened to me, they gave me a week or two to prepare and make a decision on whether or not I wanted it to happen to me. And I had to thank God, but I had to cry on my knees because I knew I was finna lose my seed, lose my son, who I was very proud of and I love very much. Only child I got. Pour my all into my child. Like I said, he was in the incubator. And you know, they try to take a child like that from you when they get 2 years old, when they done with the incubator. My child was 1.5 when they took me. So when they took my child. So when I had to break down and cry for that. And I knew on top of that I was gonna lose everything else. My ex-wife, everything I worked for, my dreams, my businesses that I invested in, my stocks, I knew I was finna lose it all. It really wasn't much in the stock because I had put my stock in a situation where when I got in the stock, I could start flipping and rotating the stock. And once I flipped and rotated the stock, because of what I already invested in the stock, right now, I wouldn't even need no stocks. I knew I was gonna lose all that, but that wasn't what put me on my knees and made me break down. What made me break down was I was holding my son. We just came from jogging. We just came from sprinting. And I just healed my son with my own technique that God blessed me with when it came down to herbs and healing people. My son was supposed to have 7 brain surgeries and didn't have one because of the hard work that me and God put into that child. My God. And when they was taking my child, by this time, I started realizing, because I've been dealing with kids. People done gave up their kids. People didn't want to deal with their kids. People hated their kids because their kids had this kind of aggressive disorder, a sociopath disorder, or whatever kind of disorder that they already done diagnosed these kids with. They throw these kids on me. So I'm understanding how these kids really work and activate and how they really are and how you got to really deal with them. And then I had my own chance to deal with my own child this way, and I poured into my child. And I healed my child from what those people had to deal with. I'm watching my child didn't have 1 brain surgery, but was scheduled to have 7 brain surgeries. Oh, I was so proud. But when I heard that message, when I got that message, it hit me to the core. And immediately I want to blame God, to the angel that talked to me about it. I want to just lash out. How could you? How dare you, God? You see what I did? I gave it all up for this child. And you telling me I got to give up my child? Right then and there, I could have said, there is no God. I ain't got no God. I ain't never had no God. I ain't never seen no God. I don't want no God. And I could have went the other way. But it was that moment, something hit me in my heart. And it was like, this is the moment. This is the moment in your life that you've been praying for, that you said you really want to show that you had faith. I had a breakdown on my knees. You couldn't even see my face because the tears that covered my face. I ran out of tears that day. I had to give. It was a choice that I made wholeheartedly. And not only did I have to give up everything, I had to give it up willingly, peacefully, and humbly. While most people out here sitting there worried about if I should give up sex, if I should give up drugs, if I should give up this, if I should give up, that's nothing compared to what I had to give up in that one moment. Imagine working your whole entire life for something. The rest of the stuff that was in the background, outside of my child, I worked my whole life. Nobody gave me that. Them family and them friends that told you lies about how I got that, them people that they said that gave me that, they never gave me nothing. Not only did they give me nothing, they tried to put stones in my way, stumbling stones in my way, so I would never even achieve that. So imagine when your own family, your own parents, they probably experiments. I'm not blaming them, I'm thanking them. Listen to me when I say this. They probably wasn't an experiment. I'm not blaming them, I'm thanking them. Imagine if your own parents and your own siblings getting in your way. They much older than you, I'm the youngest. They got many ways of getting in your way. Not only are they older than you, but they successful. They got cars, they got houses, they got jobs, and they got organizations. So they playing with you. And you still achieving that? You still jumping over hurdles to achieve that? And even right here in this moment, I'm in some kind of competition with people who wouldn't even thought about trying to do that, to achieve that. They would dream about something like that and knew they wasn't going to even try that and even try to do that because they knew what they had to do to achieve that. Nobody gave me nothing except God. So that moment presented itself. This is your opportunity right now to show your faith to God. And I thought about that passage in the Bible when he told the man, when God told the man, give your child up to me. Go kill your child for me. I didn't even have to read that passage, but it touched me deeply. I couldn't get off my knees to even think about reading that passage. So by the time I got off my knees to read that passage, I was in the car with my ex-wife, getting ready to come back home to my new, old, same old, back to my life that I had before I was 12 years old. Stuck in a home with somebody trying to keep me stuck, stagnated, cold, watching TV all day, eating high blood pressure food, and hope that I die, and even pray that to Jehovah. Every day, all day long, I worked my tail off to get out of that situation. And imagine somebody putting you right back there. And while y'all out there complaining about sex parts and this and that and this and that, and this so beneath me. I'm only entertaining it because it's part of my mission from the Most High. We play your movie with you. We looking for the God gong. You know? I don't know why I had to say this and why I need to say this, but I hope y'all get it when I say it, when you listen to it. So I know that message wasn't for me because I already done tapped in. I'm on a level now, I'm floating. I don't even know why I'm walking. I don't know how my feet are on the ground walking. I should be flying. Ain't no way you can detour me from God. You can only motivate me. You can keep throwing your black magic and you can keep throwing your stones and your boulders at me. But it ain't no way you gonna detour me from God. I worked hard to get right here. You couldn't imagine the humiliation. Y'all, they throw humiliation at me, and I looked up this so-called humiliation that they throwed at me, and I realized they were blackballing and blackmailing y'all with the same humiliation. I laughed. I almost laughed myself to sleep because you ain't never seen humiliation like me. Why y'all let such little things break you down? Nah, them little things didn't break you down from and detour you from God. You wanted an excuse to be detoured from God. Now let's just be real about it. But yeah, that's why I had to utilize that jacket. And it didn't make me mad at all. I felt good about it. I feel good about it, actually. Because my body seemed to adjust with the female, and this particular female, I would never pass this test this way. But it's okay, though, because this guy well telling me he ain't done with me yet. This guy way of telling me he ain't done with me yet. So as long as my father got to utilize me, yeah, I might vent from time to time. I might complain from time to time. And y'all got these cameras on me. I already know these satellite cameras on me. Well, listen, if you ain't doing nothing else, at least understand and listen before you dissect it and try to make it your own. Have a heart. Have a heart. Obviously, y'all love God more than y'all even put on. I mean, I'm in a box because God probably got me in a box. I can't even blame y'all for me being in a box. But for y'all to act like y'all so of the devil and appreciate the devil so much, it's mighty funny how you taking everything from God's children. So like I said, when I was giving my energy, and then my energy was telling me they got lovers. They already got everything, and it's boosting them up. It's helping them get up. Now, the jacket that I be already using, she got a lot going on for herself. But you know how hard it is to love God and have something? So she's still probably on the field by herself. It don't matter if she got a lover with her. You know how hard it is to love God and actually have something? So if I had to choose, it don't matter if she got somebody, it don't matter if she really, really with somebody, it don't matter if she got kids by somebody. I do know one thing about her, that she loved God. And I know that it's a good chance it could just be me and her on the field for God. So I took my energy back from that side and I gave it willingly to the child that loves God. Because we need help. The light need help. We need people to pray for us. I had to give up things that y'all out there right now crying about, because you know exactly what you need to give up to actually prove that you love God. And you really right now second guessing the fact of where you should lose everything, because you don't really feel like you should have to prove to God that you love God by losing that thing. Just because of the way you thinking about that thing right there already should tell you how you feel about God. Give the Caesar what is Caesar and give the God what is God's. Peace and love out there, y'all. Amen. And I hope y'all had a good Christmas and have many more.